Bom, Dr. Patch Adams, pelo que eu conheço do seu trabalho, o senhor sempre se preocupou em focar a pessoa mais do que a doença. E, me corrija se eu estiver errada, a qualidade de vida mais do que a própria cura. Eu queria falar um pouco sobre essa questão de cura e qualidade de vida. Eu tenho a impressão que a medicina de hoje e a própria o mercado, a indústria farmacêutica perseguem muito a cura, sem se importar com esse caminho até a cura, como um efeito colateral que pode acontecer ou não, do que a qualidade de vida. Por outro lado, e talvez o senhor fique bravo comigo, a gente tem aí as pessoas, especialmente num país como o Brasil, que muitas vezes não tem acesso à cultura, nem medicina então nem se fala, preocupadas com uma solução mágica para a cura, né? Quer dizer, hoje em dia está muito em voga no mundo inteiro a ideia do pensamento positivo, a força do pensamento. Quer dizer, queria saber um pouco do senhor sobre essa questão da qualidade de vida, de um lado, portanto eu estou sendo malandra, estou aproveitando para fazer duas perguntas, e sobre a questão do pensamento positivo tão em voga. O que o senhor acha dessa ideia que pulula por aí de que fazendo e pensando e vibrando, você vai ficar bem, você vai ficar saudável?
If I took everything you said, at first you asked me questions about cure, and at the end you didn't ask me questions about cure. You asked me questions about positive thinking and quality of life. So I don't know if you want me to talk about what I feel about cure.
Eu acho que
every year I get more humble about the concept of cure. It is an arrogance and a danger to go into medicine or any healing art to think cure, because you will be humbled in the first week. That your job actually is never to cure, it's to care. You can always care, 100%, every day, all day long. You can always care. You can never, ever, before a treatment, guarantee cure. Ever. Ever. Never, no matter how big an expert on this disease, you can never, ever know before a treatment the exact consequence of that treatment. And you also said something I don't agree with, which is pharmaceutical companies care about cure. They never care about cure. They only care about profit. They have the highest profit margins of any corporations in the world. They sell drugs. They know the research does not help, but they fake the research so that pills, dangerous pills, will be given. I think all of psychiatric medicine is malpractice. All. Antidepressants, anti-anxiety medicines. You know, in all of psychiatry, there's not one psychiatric textbook that has any statement about mental health. They don't even have a vision for mental health. In not one psychiatric program in the world, 4 years long, has one lecture on mental health. There's no image that mental health is a thing, which is what you're talking about, quality of life and positive thinking. Remember what I said about critical thinking?
Yes.
Maybe I might say it also about positive thinking. For me, thinking is always positive. Not thinking is negative. So, if you are thinking, you are everything that comes in, everything you remember and in your own life experience all work together. Thinking is a beautiful volcano and an ocean wave and birds flying. It's all going on in there with everything you've read, all of the ideas that you nurture, the idea of the value of human life and the importance of love and friends and all of the beauties of all of the arts and all of the great moments in your life. That's thinking. And how absurd it is to imagine that that isn't gold at all times. The argument that we had that isn't on camera about trying to make questions more objective or answers more objective, I can't imagine actually what I'm being asked to control what I'm said. I am thinking about your question. I am thinking and taking everything I know and trying to come out with the best possible thing I can say for what you're telling me. I'm not trying to make it good television. I'm not trying to make a short little answer so that somehow you can cut to a commercial break. I'm actually imagining you want an answer to your question. And these are big questions. The question about positive thinking. Most people never even think, and so they think positive thinking implies negative thinking. It is not thinking for you to come to the conclusion you're not a good person. That's never good thinking. Okay, it's not thinking. It is buying into an image that if you're not pretty, you're not pretty, and you're thinking what you're calling thinking. That's not thinking. It's propaganda. Thinking is hearing that the image for beauty is 20 years old with a particular shape and a bust and all of that, that's pretty, and thinking says that's not pretty. Thinking, my mother said, pretty is as pretty does. Okay, so if that's pretty, then if you're nice, then that's pretty. If you think pretty is 20 years old and with a particular shape, then the pharmaceutical company and the cosmetic company will make multi-billions of dollars on your not thinking about what pretty is. So no one my age is pretty. We've got wrinkles, whatever. Botox injections.
Patch.
And so we actually didn't get to quality of life, really, did we? Television defines quality of life for people. They don't actually map out. This is what Virginia's question was about wellness. In wellness, if we cared about quality of life, no one would be hungry. Everyone would work until everyone had food. No one would take a break. What happens when you have guests in your house and are serving dinner? Do you eat before you know everyone has food? Never. The men do. But you don't, do you? Never. Ever. Big family meal, lots of people over for dinner. You're the last to eat. Why isn't that true for Brazil? That no one eats until everyone has food. That's quality of life. And we don't even get education. Most men never think. Big dinner, they go right to the plate. They're not sitting back going, I want to make sure everybody's eating before I fill my plate.